Stream today. Good to see y'all. Happy Mother's Day for everybody who is, out there as a mother. We've got a nice, relaxing stream for you guys today. Nice and relaxing. Let's get into it. Basically, this is the last patch of my garden enclosure, which is right here, that we need to kind of clear out. Then I'm going to get some marigolds in here as well. So let me go grab those. I'll leave this guy right here. I'll do this one here. Do this one here. All right. So anyways, yeah, I was saying, kind of our last bit here, we got to clear out. We're going to get some chliomes in the ground. I got some, they gave me a whole bunch of black-eyed Susans here, so we're just going to kind of go nuts with these. They just basically get in here, so I'm going to do, there, that's better. Sorry about that. It's on the wrong, depends on what side of the garden enclosure I'm on, is going to determine which of my Wi-Fi's work better. But this one is, I should just bring the one out here. It's a T-Mobile and it's mobile, where I can just plug it in. I'm thinking about that. That might actually be my best way forward. So, but yeah, this is yeah, we just came back from, took the wife down. We've been together almost 26 years now. And, Mother's Day was basically, we just kind of went down and took care of some shopping. She wanted to do about an hour away from here. Just go do that. Send my mom a little Mother's Day gift, or a little, gift card to Lowe's so she can go get her stuff at Lowe's. Be all happy there. So that's good. This stuff I'm going to toss right here. There we go. I got this other, ooh. So yeah, we got that stuff done, which is great. And again, like I say, happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Good to see everybody. These are one of those, I do like these days. We have these Mother's Day. They're kind of always towards my favorite as far as for, during the year, the type of different holidays we have. This is one of them. No real controversy, no nothing. Pop a kid out? Yes. Happy Mother's Day. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, chance to, think about all the things they did. So anyways, we're working through, just like the rest of the spot. I've got this last patch here where I've got some crabgrass had taken cover. Again, this was my last year, was literally, I just wanted to get some some wood mulch down, kind of cover this up after I ripped everything out, and to make it be a place where you don't want stuff too set up. But like with everything, crabgrass found a way, always does. Now I do have some excuse me, Michigan wildflowers that are in here that I am just kind of being cognizant of. Not too worried about them though, but I've got a ton of Michigan specific wildflower seeds, excuse me, that are here. So, but yeah, it's good Mother's Day. Same, my wife, she's out chilling now. I've got to get all these flowers in. They are screaming in the greenhouse. Like, it's time to go. So, just trying to do my part, for fun. I put one of my cucumbers down here just to see how well he does out early, how he does in the weather here, and kind of what I figured. Kind of stymied over there, but that's all right. It's all right. His big brothers are in the greenhouse, getting big and strong. Got them getting ready to go. All right, so there's this section. Yeah, I've got the flowers to get in the ground here, again, around my garden enclosure. Again, you see I got a few marigold stuff I got to do. Got the tray of zinnias and chliomes here, and then I still have to mow today. Yeah, I just think it's the joys of my having a pretty, having decent grass, having a big yard. It's nice, but then on the flip side of that is you got to mow it, which again isn't terrible, because again I am doing building out my compost, so I'll take all the green matter I can get. But my grass, it grows. I'm mowing 2 to 3 times a week. That's how much is, because of all the rain we've been getting, just how much it's been growing. And that's never, that's usually not okay. Want that much. So we are going to start by kind of want to get my marigolds into a section, and then we're going to fill in with the black-eyed Susans and the zinnias and the chliomes, wherever. And when I run out of them, I really don't care. There's no, this isn't like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Nah, we're gonna fill in spaces here. And I just want some flowers over here. And the black-eyed Susans too, like my mom, she had to cut hers back. That's why I have them. She had a metric ton of them. I've got basically 1, 2, 7 of these, give or take. That's a lot. And I'm going to put them where I can. Some of them I may not have room for all of them. You know, it's just the nature of the beast. But I'm gonna do my best to find spots for them around the garden, around the area. Clear this guy out of there. You lost. Sorry, bud. Okay. But yeah, this is kind of the plan for today. We're just gonna be talking and chatting it up, and hopefully you guys had a good Mother's Day, or had a good setup for Mother's Day. That's my hope for y'all. Oh, yeah. So my latest long form video on the lawn aerator out there, I'm at like 1,600 views right now. Makes me pretty happy, and it's a lot of folks. I mean, that's 1,600 people that chose to click on my video. That's always a good feeling. You know what I mean? They found enough value, and it's doing pretty well on the statistics and everything as well. All the analytics on the back end are saying that, it's pretty good. And, I'll say this much. Whew, that wind today. But I will say this for, I only have, I think 280, subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. To be already at basically in a day, to be at, 1,600 views for that video, feels pretty good. Yeah, do take a little time to try to figure those out and do those. So that's always good. And plus, I love that little lawn aerator too. Thing's dope. Any place I got where grass isn't growing, I'm basically pogo hopping around everywhere on that thing. Neighbors drive by just laughing at me. So if you haven't checked out that video, please do. It's one of those things too. I guess we talk about compaction a lot on this channel. Weirdly enough. But your yard's no different. Your garden's no different than your yard. The soil's got to be right for it to be, successful. And when it comes to healthy soil, compaction is right near the top of the list. So you want it to be as, loose as possible. And if you guys know, like we were doing yesterday in my garden, like I actually have to force this down because it's really compacted underneath there. Because what we want, this is all in my garden. I can plunge it down to here, this deep, just with very little effort at all. That's what you want. Nice loose soils, especially when you're planting. These folks, they have it's almost midnight in India. Yeah, we're not quite here. Thanks for stopping on. Yeah, we got 2. Yeah, it's a little after 2 p.m. here Eastern. So I decided to hop on for a. Well, thanks for watching from India. Hope I didn't wake you up. Although if you did hit the notification, thank you for that. Yeah, no, we've got anyways, we're talking about that compaction. Super important. Something you want to be managing with your soils all the time is just that compaction. And that's one of the reasons why I recommend everybody have a broad fork for their gardens, flower or otherwise. Have yourself a broad fork. I don't know if you guys can see this here, probably not, but gotta hold them, kind of zoom in here. These are all my little wildflowers coming in here. I have no idea what they are, but they're gonna, they come in that big batch of Michigan specific wildflowers. I just got that, tossed it in there. Actually, I tossed a few of them all the way around the property, and to make sure we can start getting some wildflowers in here for those pollinators. This area has been basically just an open field forever and a day, and I want to try to change up the perspective here for my pollinator friends, that this is a place where they can come get a snack. and help me out. So, now this is not crabgrass. This is actually the winter rye that I'm currently solarizing. You know, just when I was busy passing out all the, or you know, sowing all the seeds and stuff. You know, they spread wherever. They're gonna do that. We're just kind of help them out here a little bit, clear this out. So, like I said, we're gonna get these marigolds in, and these were started. My mom deadheaded them last year, so we just basically took her deadheaded marigolds, and I made a bunch. I got like 3 trays worth because I wanted them all the way around the garden, inside the garden too. We just have it. Oh, hey, all right, man. Appreciate you. I was always getting ready to ask what part of India you're in. So, yeah, stay safe over there. And I'm always worried about that area getting another monster earthquake. You guys don't have small ones up there, so just be safe up there. But yeah, this is well, so anyway, let's get back to compaction. That's something I wanted to talk about today because it's super important. When we're dealing with the compaction piece, again, that broad fork, make sure you have it. And if you don't know how to use a broad fork, that's perfectly fine. There's plenty of videos out there with them you can see, but at the end of the day, you want to be constantly, before you're planting anything, just give the soil a little lift and then drop it back down. You're not turning it over. You're just popping it up to loosen up the soil, because we want, like our plants here, right? I'm a little marigold. We want this growing up, not trying to figure out how to make more roots, you know, grow somewhere. That's not what we want at all. So that's the idea. This area here is, the soils here look pretty good for the most part. I don't have a lot of necessarily compaction or clay, which is my other trouble issue that I have around this area. A lot of clay, tons of clay. It's like all the clay is right here. So, wait. Oh, yeah, got a little chive that popped up here, little wild one. Got them all over here too. It's one thing in this area. I've got wild garlic and onion growing everywhere, like everywhere, nonstop. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to start with these black-eyed Susans here. Now so I just kind of show you how they come from my mom's house. So she had to thin hers out. She had way too many. They were just bunched everywhere. And they'll keep coming back every year, and they multiply. So what we're doing here is I'm going to be popping them in between, but towards the back, towards the fence is where I'm going to start them off at. And then up front here, and then I'm going to do some zinnias around wherever, you know. But I've got enough black-eyed Susans here. I'm going to put them all the way around the edge right by the fence line here. Again, to get them to pop up a little bit. And that'll give me a little bit of layering too, for extra pretty, lack of a better phrase. So the black-eyed Susans up here, marigolds will get to about here. These are dwarf marigolds, they'll get to here. And the zinnias, they'll do what they do. So anyways, that's the idea today. We're just going to be kind of popping them in here and, see how well they do. I have the gate to my fence is literally like right here, but it only comes out to maybe here or so. So they should be fine. Every now and again, the wind catches them and there's a big fat whoopsies. They just got smoked, but I think for the most part, we should be okay. And the other spot too is there's so many of these black-eyed Susans. I really only need about 1/3 of them to take this year because they're going to multiply next year. If any of you guys have any experience as far as transplanting them or anything, but the other spot is transplanting. We talk about this on the streams quite a bit. We only transplant towards the end of the day. We don't transplant in the middle of the day. So it's 2 o'clock now. By the time I get all these done, it'll be 4 and about 4 o'clock or so. So that's good. That means the sun's kind of working its way down. We don't want these guys out during the heat of the day and struggling more than they already are. All right, you can see here, we're a black-eyed Susan. She just got here. And the way you deal with these is basically at the end of the season, they just get cut back and they pop up when it's time to pop up again. Wonderful thing about them. You just kind of Throw them in there, they'll make it work. There's that one. So I don't know if any the rest of y'all got any. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's a nice spot right there. So easily that went in. That's what we're looking for. So, any guys get any planting done today, or you guys got any plans to be out doing some getting your hands in the dirt? Or have you already done it for the day? Oh, look at this big chunk of them. Look at that. A whole bunch there. That's what I'm talking about. And make a bigger hole for this guy. Just like that. Meant to be. Now I also, oops, sorry there. Sorry, I got another little spider. I just messed him up here. Oh yeah. We'll see you. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Sahil. Yeah, no, it's, I've heard nothing but good things about the area. So it's saying it's a beautiful country out there. So yeah, get some rest. Yeah, thank you for the invite. You're always welcome up here in Michigan. We got a lot of farmland up here and a lot of woods. Not a lot of people. So if you're into not a lot of people, this is your joint. My village has a grand total of 277 people. And that's down from when I was here as a kid. All right, so we are going to split these ones up carefully. Separate, my friends. There we go. Okay, this one, yeah, that one's no good. That one's no good. Give me a couple here. Knowing this, I did take last night, I did hit these guys pretty hard with the hose, knowing they were going to be out overnight and stuff. I mean, yesterday we had basically a day full of, I believe it was a yuck day. It was more of a just a dozen. That's what I'm talking about. They realized we were trying to one up each other. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. Yeah, enjoy your rest, okay? You know exactly what I'm talking about with not having a lot of people around. So, but yeah, I did hit these with a hose. As I always mention, I put an obscene amount of water on them because they were going to be out just on the side of my shed over here, and I just want to make sure that they had plenty of moisture just to keep them till right now. And it's basically mud down there, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Give them a good soak, and then once these are all in, tomorrow, the next day, you can see my trailer back there, but I've got about a quarter of a trailer left of mulch, some natural mulch. I'll put some of it down here. I'm probably gonna have to go and get another 2 yards, kind of finish off this, plus where else I want to use it for this year. So this will get covered up again. So again, there is mulch in here. There's, obviously there's mulch on top, but we want to replenish it for sure. Now it's like rule number one when it comes to dealing with your, keeping your soil healthy and, making sure it's the best it can be. Keep it covered at all times. Keep something planted at all times. So, do your best. Do your best on that one. So these guys look like they've got a little life to them. Ooh. Yeah, so did that little crabgrass. Not anymore. You die. Die, boy. Die. But yeah, so we always want to keep coverage as much as you can. And weed pressure is obviously part of it, for sure. But it's not because of the weeds. We want to do it because it's healthy for the soil. The bacteria, they don't need to be getting all the UV, that piece of it. It also wicks. Every time you don't have something over the soil, you're wicking moisture away constantly. So it undermines the health of the soil, which is what we don't want to do. We need that soil to be vibrant. All right, so we got a couple y'all here. I'm going to figure this out. But again, these are the black-eyed Susans again, for those who hadn't seen yet. From my mom's place. My mom is many things, but mostly, and here, in case y'all wanted to see what they look like, is bulbs. There they are. That's what they look like. She's many things, but she is a phenomenal gardener. With her flower garden, she doesn't do any vegetable gardening. That's my thing. When I have questions about basically anything doing with flowers, or I need assistance, that's the lady I go to. Her place has always been immaculate. Maybe we'll do a stream from there one time. Go over and we'll check out her place. I think we might do that. That'll embarrass her. She'll love it. I love that. But get over there, maybe show you guys some of her stuff when it's in full bloom this summer. Now, when I was growing up, it's a different house than what we grew up in. You know, family stuff happens. And over the last 20 years or so, she has absolutely transformed that property from basically it used to have a house on it, but then now it's emptied out. Emptied out, basically it was an empty lot when she got in there. 2 lots, excuse me. So she got 2 lots. And what she's done with that property is just, it's mind-boggling just how pretty it is. Okay, so you can see here, guys, I'm here running my mouth. So I got black-eyed Susans in here. We've got marigolds in. And now I'm going to pop in. See here, make sure I got this right. I don't know if I want to do zinnias. I think I might do all the zinnias and stuff out front now that I think about it. That direction. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do next, guys, is I'm going to make my way down the fence line here, and we're gonna, and I'm gonna put more of our black-eyed Susans in with the marigolds until we get to the front, and then I'll start putting these other flowers in. Yeah, I think that's it. So, all right, let's do that. Yeah, luckily I don't have to clear it by anyone. You know, we can just make that decision right now. We did a good job, guys. Oh man, old man, lifting up a bunch of heavy dirt today. We'll move you guys right with me. Give me 1 second. Yeah, gotta get this. My wife got this for me, so I like to have this with me. Oh, isn't that nice of her to give me this little thing just to hang up? That way I don't have to keep asking for a subscription. Although, I do hope I earn your subscription today. You know, we just out here living our best life. You know, doing our thing. Trying to get just, you know, not stressing about anything. Planting some flowers. Doing good stuff. All right. I don't know if you guys can you guys see the yellow in there? Or it's possible to see those or not. Let's see. I just bring you over. What am I doing? So those are my Brussels sprouts. Aren't those pretty? Oh, they're flowering. Yeah, they're down there. Yeah, I just think they're gorgeous. And they are bringing in all the buzzy boys. I've had my neighbor just down the road, he's got, you know, he got a beehive, you know, as a lot of, as folks tend to in this area. And all his bees are making their way over here. So we're getting them fed and training them. We say, we want you coming here. So when it's time, you know, time for you to snack, but I need your help with germination, they'll already be coming over here. That's what we want. That's what we're doing. All right, so with this, what I'm doing right now is just going through, and I've got this crabgrass again that is set up, and it's an ever-present battle here. I'm not going to put any of that, well, the stuff down here. It's too close to my garden, right? Because this is all where my vegetables are at. So in this area, you know, this is the battleground. You want to call it trench warfare going on, whatever you want to call it, between me and the crabgrass. And I gave up some ground last year. However, back with a vengeance this year. Got a plan. Basically, it's we're going to completely wipe them out. That's the idea. Until next year when they come back, you know. All right, so again, the black-eyed Susans again, for those that haven't seen, there they are. My mom got. You can just pull them out basically, and they're not very deep when it comes to the black-eyed Susans. They're mostly a surface dweller when it comes to the bulbs and everything. They're down about 2 inches or so, give or take. You throw a little mulch on there. So I'm going to put I've got some right there. I'm going to kind of load this area up just because it's by the gate here, just to put a couple extra. Kind of overload this year. So that way, if all these don't take, which I know some of them aren't, it's just nature of the beast. I'll still have some in here because this area here I would really want to have framed nicely. You know, just looks nice. I think that's the idea, right? We want to have, it's important. You know, I believe the phrase is, I like my garden to look lived in. Is that, you know, someone lives here, someone's here hanging out, but it's not a museum piece either. You know, I got as much dirt and yuck around here as anyone else. These over here, you guys can see these a little bit. So these things are really heavy. Okay. Oh yeah. So today I got the shirt at the at Dunham's. Yeah, was it Dunham's? Yeah, it was Dunham's. It was like got on sale for like $6. Super excited. I need a few more long sleeve shirts. Just when I'm out here, I don't like to be out in the, you know, I don't mind being out in the sun, but yeah, I still got to protect the limbs and everything. And these guys are really in there tight. So typically, if I'm trying to conserve, I'm just going to cut right through you, man. I'm trying to conserve and save every last like bulb when I'm doing a transplant. What you'll do is you come in, get them out, then you hose them down, because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but in your roots here, the cop over there, a little closer. So in your roots, right? You see how we got them in here and they're collecting everything up. It's not just because there's moisture in there and it gets muddy. The roots actually give off a glue almost, and basically, you know, that's how they attach themselves to the soil. So a lot of times what you're doing, you know, you're battling, if you're trying to separate them up or transplant or any of that other items, what you're really dealing with is you're trying to break up that glue. So just hit it. So I like to just hit it with the hose. That way, it's kind of the easiest route that I know. Just go that way and do it. Okay, buddy. There we go. Come here, you. Look at that root. Lord. So yeah, so we've got this going on today. Tomorrow, you know, like usual, back to work. I've got clients who are back in town. They've been gone for a while. Been working with their second in command for a bit. So it'll be nice to catch back up with them. And we talk quite a bit, but as always, you know, catching up after not seeing people, it's in person is kind of nice, you know what I mean? So definitely be good to see them. They're a fun group. They're good bosses. They care a lot about their people. So it's folks I definitely enjoy working with. That's for sure. Yeah, this is definitely a lot of clay in here. Let me break this up a little bit for these guys. Help them out. And as I mentioned before too, like on my fence here, so it's chicken wire, and then it's a foot down for the chicken wire, how far down it goes. So it's pretty significant. There to keep the critters at bay. Oh. I'll just put this whole big guy right in here. You hush. Little spider over there getting cranky with me. Hey man, I'll let you rent the space. Every now and again there's going to be a demolition team that comes through. It's just part of the deal, spider guy. But okay, great. Yeah, so we're making good progress here, guys. We are zooming. Again, as I mentioned, we are, and these are the black-eyed peas, good Lord, come on, Ryan. Black-eyed Susans from my mom's house. And like I said, they're in really good condition. She takes care of her stuff so well. You know, puts me to shame in the way that her garden is and the way that she manages her stuff. But when she said, hey, I need you, hey, can I give you some of my black-eyed peas or some of my her other bulbs that she had, her springtime stuff? My answer was absolutely. You know, there's a cost associated with purchasing bulbs, right? So if you can, that's something I was thinking about too, is setting up in my area. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them before, but like a bulb exchange from all the gardeners, right? We got a whole group of us around here. I was just thinking about putting something out there like on Facebook or something for end of the year, basically going into fall. If folks here want to get like involved in a bulb exchange in the local area. One, so that way we all know that there are bulbs that'll grow here. But two, it's just a way where you can kind of maybe get some new bulbs and new flowers into your property without having to break the bank. It's a great thing about bulbs. They are you crabgrass. Sorry guys, you got a big old set of roots right underneath your foot there. Man, that's deep too. Anyways, it's a way to get some new stuff for your property. I was just thinking about that the other day, and hopefully maybe that'll be a thing. We will see. There we go. I was just curious for you guys too. Anybody that's on the stream, I got a group of you on there right now. How did you guys come across this live stream? We're just sure the wind's probably blowing like crazy. Just wondering how you came across the live stream. Did it show up in your shorts feed? Was that like on your recommended? I had somebody in there yesterday from Iowa. Yesterday? Day before yesterday. I was doing my tomatoes. She told me I ended up on their on her recommended, which, as you can imagine, I was kind of shocked. I was actually on somebody's recommended. You know what I mean? Just some dude in the garden pulling rocks out. It was planting, just planting and talking to the camera. So I'd be interested to know for any of you guys who are out there, if you're willing to share, just drop it in the comments there about how I came across. Because I've been doing the research on my videos too, like my long form. A lot of people watch my videos just on their cell phone, which I find interesting. Wife and I we are YouTube TV people, so we have it on our television. That's where I watch a lot of my stuff, even the shorts. I watch them on there. So when I heard it, a lot of my videos were basically just on the. It's like I was throwing my hair back. We're showing up on. Most of my videos are being watched on mobile. I was like, whoa, that's interesting. But as you guys can see, we're making a nice, making nice headway here, zipping right along. Love to see it. Gonna run into some clay here soon. You're gonna start hearing me use some words I probably shouldn't. But let's see. I was had a happy Mother's Day out to my my oldest daughter. I love being able to send Happy Mother's Day to my kids, like my daughter. Like, that's pretty cool. We're going out seeing them in June out in California. We're going to get the whole band back together. This guy's got to go. So that'll be nice. Nice little trip out there. I'll probably do some live streams from out, like, they're out, out towards Del Mar or something like that. I may be on doing some of the, like, the local farmers markets out there and stuff. Just go stream for that, because that's pretty cool. All right, move you guys back in here. I should be done with, just about finished with this guy. So there was no wind this morning. It was nice. There wasn't one bit of wind this morning, and then turn around and now we got gale force winds coming at us again. Go figure. But the sun came out, and that'll do it. Where's that at? Oh yeah. So check out this clay. Let me see if I can just break it in half for you. Like, this is the type of clay we have here. Look at that. Arc. And this is like a little baby one. I pulled some out of my garden like this big. I was thinking I should have just made some terracotta pots with them. But oh well. I wasn't thinking. I was just more amazed that they were actually there. Okay. These here. Okay. That takes care of them. And then later tonight, I'm going to come through and everybody's going to get a nice drink. I'm just going to hose everybody down when I'm refilling the water, the bird bath here, watering my plants and everything they have in the garden. So everyone will get taken care of then. All right, so I got one more section here. Be right up in y'all's face while I'm doing this. Move it back a little bit. I'm trying to creep you guys out. Oh, I hate to do it. I got some. Maybe I can just replant these dudes somewhere. Nice. There we go. Just move you a little forward. I just got some really nice, I know what these ones, I don't know the name of them, but I know the color of the flower they make. So I want to protect that one. Yeah, it's so great to see everybody, all these wildflowers coming up. I got a ton everywhere. They're gonna look so pretty. They get those, I don't know the name of them, but they're these really wispy purple flowers. Like the plant's wispy, and then there's these little bright little, almost like petunia, but even more delicate flowers that pop up. Speaking of petunias, you know, that's another thing. So I got those are out in the mailbox, and I got some in some planters out front, or some hanging baskets. But petunias are some of the wimpiest, most delicate, annoying seeds I've ever known. Right? They're just these little annoying things. Yet you get them grown, and all they do is they're like next to impossible to put down. You know, as long as you put water on them, they're gonna be just fine. It's amazing to me because they're growing like crazy now. You know, it's tough getting them going. All right, let me get some more of these. I'm gonna save the soil my mom gave me though, because why not? These guys go there. There we go. Be right back. I'm just gonna grab some more black-eyed Susans here. This guy's gonna go there. This we will save over here. There we go. Here we go. Got some more. All right, time to reset up again. Just making our way around, guys. All the way around the loop here. Got to keep this thing up. I said my wife was kind enough to get this for me. Let's make sure this stays somewhere visible. I'll tell you, it is nice having a family that's like all supportive and stuff. Like with stuff like this, you know. And Dad wants to get out and make videos, talk to people on his phone. Their response, what can we do to help? Isn't that great? I just love it. Solid family. All right, so let's do this. I'm just gonna put a couple here. It's a smaller space between here. Yeah. Just do that. Okay. Like I said, I know not all of these are going to make it, but we're going to do our best to help them be successful. You know what I mean? Okay. So again, if you haven't been on here and actually seen what these guys and gals look like up close, being that one's kind of, what'd she send me? Oh, it's got some in there still. Okay. See where she cut them back. I'll give you a better look at one. Let's see. There we go. There we go. See, these are the black-eyed Susan she pulled out, and really, that's all we're doing here is just popping them in. They're already set up and in a good space, so we are just trying to make sure that all of them, you know, that at least some of them make it. I think they'll be okay. They're pretty hardy as it comes with plants. Got this one guy, it's just a crabgrass in there. Pull this guy apart. There we go. We'll just do this one here. Sorry, buddy. Sorry to do that to you. But decisions had to be made. Sacrifices had to be made. Because they say it's for the greater good, right? Anywho. All right. Yeah, so this week, you know, again, things that are going to be on the program for this week. Program, right? Anyways, my afternoon that I have the camera on, I think that's probably a better way for the stream, right? I think that's what I'm supposed to say. I've got more tomatoes we're going to be getting in on the trellises. We'll see those as we make our way around the corner here where the trellises are at. So we'll be doing those. I've got peas that have been planted. I've got, man, I almost want to start my mums, but I think it's still just a little bit early. but I do want to get a fresh set of basically brassicas going. I may even start them next week. I don't care if they go in a little early. It's not like they have to deal with a lot of heat here in Michigan in August, but I want to give them almost 3 months of time before growth before I put them out there. That way, when they get out, they can just kind of do their thing. As you see, like I get my Brussels sprouts last year, I got them out. I overwintered them. They basically just laid flat and just chilled out until the spring, and then popped right up, did their thing. But to be a little bit more successful, I think I got to get I got to get more of them in the ground. And I'm going to do over, and then also the other spot too is I got some design work I got to do. This won't be on the stream necessarily, but for my farm stand, I've kind of got the overall idea that I want. I'm doing a little farm stand just out on my street here in the village, where from basically to give out food for my neighbors. Anybody wants to come, it'll be free. I mean, it'll have a little donation box, whatever, but mostly they can just come by and grab what they want. Not everybody has the time or the inclination really to do in the garden. Sorry. There you go. Got me my big head knocking stuff around. So I'll do that for them. So I got to finish up designs on that this week. But all of that comes after I got to take care of my client work. I take care of my clients. So it'll be good. Let me think here. What's I got going on here? I'm probably on the back end on the north side. I'm probably gonna pull that plastic a week early. Everything looks pretty gross under there right now, so I think everything's pretty much dying out. And just gonna give it a broad fork and probably just help remove some of those roots and get my sunflowers in the ground. I think still too little early for corn. I got a few more weeks until I can think about corn. Well, it might even be okay for corn. Just this year is so weird. So I may end up doing that. I may do my corn and I say my sunflowers. I've got gray striped mammoth, the 15 footers. I've got they're called Sunburst. It's another one that I do. The birds love them. The goldfinches just live in my sunflower patch for the entire summer. Just listening to those guys chitter all day long is hilarious. But that Sunburst one, what's cool about that one is it's not as tall, right? It's not 15 feet, but it does top out around 10, 11. But I had some that had like 14 heads last year. So you get these, different size heads of sunflowers. So it's almost closer to like a bush-ish. They're not as, obviously they're not the gray stripe, those mammoth ones, but that was pretty cool when I did those. Because the birds, who's this guy? Get out of there, you. They're saying the birds absolutely loved it. Loved it. So we did that again. We did put a, get you guys up. I have a new bird feeder in the backyard too. It's a little picnic table, the ones you hang down right from the strings. And our cardinals found it, but the goldfinches found it like in 5 seconds. We're just in there chomping away and chittering all over the place. So that's funny to me, just how they are. Okay. But again, thanks for hanging out on the stream. Good to see you all dropping by. As always, if you got any questions or if there's something you think I could be doing differently, you see I'm doing, please let me know. There's no, I'm always looking for any advice or anything I might be able to learn how to do better. Let me get through here. Come on. Give me what I want. There we go. My mom's got some other flowers that are in here too, so we're gonna get some surprises beyond the black-eyed Susans. We got these little crocuses that are popping up here too, which were not on the menu, but I had a feeling I was gonna get some of them. Can't, because basically this area where she pulled these from, it was pretty massive, but it was overrun with flowers. Like it hadn't been thinned out in forever. Here you go. Check out this. Get more of that clay. Get another little baby piece that we have here. Just wild. Now with that, we're going to eventually get on to, which I'm excited for, get started with our, our gardening series here, as far as getting stuff planted, maintenance while it's in the ground, stuff like that. All those good things that people love to that I love to learn about. But I also get to, I love to learn about. I get to share kind of how I do it with people. What's nice about it on the stream here is, like I said, we share with each other. I learn stuff from you guys all the time. Sitting here chatting, next thing you know, someone's like, "Hey man, did you consider doing this with your plants?" And I'd be like, "No, I didn't." Oh man, that was nice and loose. Perfect. Again, that's what I want though. If there's something I can do better or learn, you guys think you might know something, be helpful, obviously let me know. Yeah, can't ask for a better day than, I could ask for a little less wind, I suppose. But it was a gorgeous day out. Good day for all the mothers out there, at least in Western Michigan. Sunshine, no rain. Gotta love it. Now we're making good time here, folks. We are cruising. Let's go. This area gets a lot of wind over here, so I'd be interested to see how well they do. I think they'll be okay, but there's a lot of shelter from the wind in this area, so they're going to get pelted pretty hard, as you can see. I don't know if you can hear. Hopefully it's not too bad on the mic. It's definitely pretty rough. Okay, so I got two more to do here, maybe three more. Finish off this bucket. One. Two. Oof, what is this? Look at this one. Full of everything. I'll put this guy right here. I think that's probably just the easier one to do like that. Just slap it in there. Yeah, so I went in Target today for the first time in, I don't know, maybe a year. And I don't know what's going on with Target and their buyers, but someone needs to talk to them. That was probably one of the saddest retail experiences I've seen in a very long time. They must just hate their customers because they are not buying any. It's like Walmart used to be. You go there because that's just what you've done in the past, but it's definitely different. All right, so what we're going to do, so you can see we got here, I stretch and see my peas and my lettuce and my endives, my brassicas, tomatoes over there. We're heading over that direction where those red straws at. You can see we're doing pretty well. Yeah, that's what I was talking about over here. Everything's looking pretty gross underneath there, so I think we're about ready to. I can probably get away with it. I may have to turn over more than I planned, but let me go grab this thing, and then we're gonna get started on the other side. Finish up marigolds around the side here. Can't forget this. Right? Wife got it for me. Remember. Anyways, welcome to the stream, everybody. I see new people popping in all the time. Yeah, don't be afraid to say hello, hi. Tell me where you're at, what you're gardening, what you're growing. That's what we're all about here. It's just, got my greenhouse, doing all the greenhouse stuff in there. It's so empty now. I was talking to my wife about that. It's just a sad shell of its former self. Now that we, in a good way, but where we've got everything. Where we have everything moving out into the garden or into planters and stuff. Let's see. Yep. Okay, there we go. Just want to make sure this is right. Love my wife. Saying, hey, I got something for you. Turns out to be the subscribe thing. I thought that was super cute. Cool. Now you can see it. Good. All right, I'm going to grab some more. Actually, I'm going to grab some of these, some of those. Yeah, I got room for some of these marigolds, just in case. I'm gonna grab some more black-eyed Susans. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I figured I'd grab a couple more marigolds. There's a little light on marigolds in a couple spots here, so I'm gonna add some in. You know, of the and here also I won't be putting any. Well, maybe I'll put the black-eyed Susans over here. Maybe that'll work. These are what I have down here are cucamelons. They're little cucumbers about yay big, little sour gherkins. They grow on a vine, so I'm gonna have them growing all over my fence here. I've got a couple here. I'm gonna clean that off a little bit better. I guess I could do the black-eyed Susans. Let me put the marigold in here. Let me focus. Focus first. Marigolds first. But anyways, yeah. As always, you guys got any questions or heck, you got anything going on pretty cool in your gardens you think you'd like to share? By all means, do. I'm always curious what people are putting in their gardens. That one there. Use some water later tonight. You'll be fine for now. Let's clear these guys out. Yeah, because later I've got to mow this whole thing, so all this is going to get mowed up. Stuff you see me throwing behind me, we're just going to mow it up and it goes into my compost. And luckily my compost gets smoking hot. We can put some black-eyed Susan here. There we can do this here. Gets smoking hot, so no real concerns about the weeds with my guys. And the one we did the other day was up to almost 150. Had to take the tarp off. It was getting so hot. Come on, there we go. So again, these are the black-eyed Susans we're dealing with. My mom's place, and they go in here. They're going to propagate, but they'll look good this year. We'll be ready to go. All right, there's that one there. I'm just going to drop these right here. If cucamelons make it, great. If not, I still want to at least have these guys in here. Just a couple. Let's do this one. These here. Ooh, that wind is kicking. Hopefully it isn't too bad in your guys' in the mic. I apologize if it is. There's not much I can do about this today. It's whipping. Right. Whew. So yeah, in other news, in the world of making videos for people, again, just was doing some studying a little bit on the different type of things that I can use to help make my videos better. You know, I mean, end of the day, I'm trying to put out decent content here, but I also, end of the day, I want it to be a good experience for everybody on the stream or on the long form. Man, you guys probably can't tell, but the wind is literally howling right now. Okay, anyway, so I just experiment with some of that stuff there, and I discovered, which I should have known already, but it's a media encoder from Adobe. Oh man, is that thing ever great. Send my files over there, my videos are done in like a couple minutes versus the Adobe, oh gosh, what is it, Premiere Pro. It takes forever to render in a code. And I send them over to that thing, it's done in a second. I was like, oh, this is my new favorite. So again, it's a little pleasant surprise from last week into this week. Oh, and I had yesterday was nice too. We were on our back porch, our back deck, I should say. We got to just kind of chill out and enjoy. We have an awning we put up last year. It had a little bit of shade on there, but it was nice, warm, soft breeze coming through. It's so nice after these winters that we have here that are just, lack of sunshine and basically just sadness. One of the reasons why I like doing this stuff too, because it gets me outside, gets me to enjoy this stuff. Yeah, when we lived in Guam and Hawaii, mean, I got spoiled with obviously with the weather there. You know, we got nothing but sunshine most of the time, which is great. So I think I want the marigold right here. Yeah, need one right about here. Yep. And most of the things, these marigolds, obviously for companion plants, you want to have them inside. And I'm gonna have marigolds inside the actual, inside of here, inside my garden. These are simply just, I'm using everything I can for bait to get my little buzzy boy friends over here come by and visit my plants. That's really what it is with all these flowers. It's the only thing I'm doing it for, trying to inspire them to come this direction. All right, so here you get a good side view. This is actually pretty good. So two things. So you see how I've got one big bulb and one little one? It's exactly how these things propagate. Got that main bulb over there. You can see that little one is coming off of a root from it. That is how they propagate, folks. It's how these are going to continue to grow and be awesome. Other things. Let's get you in there. Get you covered up. Get you covered up. Get you in there. Nice, tight, and snug. You guys are going to be, everyone's going to be getting a heavy dose of water here later. It's going to be nice. All right, so welcome everybody. We are continuing down the road here, getting our black-eyed Susans. These are from my mom's yard. This one's kind of limp, I don't know, may make it. I'm going to give it a try. Just pop it in here. These guys just on the side. Anyways, so we're planting hers that she had. I had to cut hers back. She had way too many. And I'm just putting them in on the side of my garden here. Get them in. Let them be some sort of attractant for my bee friends. All right, while we're going along, you guys were here in a previous stream. I cleared all the crabgrass out of here. And so what we're doing now is coming back and getting more of the crabgrass out, because there's no such thing as, once it sets up, there's no such thing as the crabgrass is gone. We all know that. Because, like this guy, you can see, it's coming from that side of the fence where some others have snuck in. Okay, put all you in here. That's the thing too with the propagating these bulbs and stuff like that. You never really, and these plants, you never really know how well they're going to take, because, oh geez, you guys flipped over on me. Sorry about that. My bad. You never really know how they're going to take until you do it. So this could end up being a fiasco of epic proportion, or this could be, end up being hella cool. Don't know. We'll find out though in a few months. Well, I'll know about these. And where are you? I do not want a maple tree there. Get out of there. You can see here again, more crabgrass. Yeah, that's the idea. Anytime you get a chance to do this, as far as your, transplant your bulbs and stuff like this, always, always take the chance to just see how it goes. If you got a whole bunch, try to move them somewhere else and just see what happens. Be better prepared. Just understand what your conditions are, because I think these guys are going to flourish. To use the correct phrase, I think they're going to flourish over here. They're going to get tons of sun, tons of moisture, and a lot of love. Like I said, I think they're going to be great. I've also been wrong before in my life. A lot. Let's hope that's not the case. So you are just being annoying. Oh, I'm in here. So I'm going to eat. Oh. This little guy. He's doing all right. He'll be okay. That's pretty funny. And one of my, that's really weird. Okay. One of my marigolds looks like somebody chomped on it. Who in their right mind would chomp on a marigold? Yuck. I'm gonna put these two in here together. Might have my last little bit over here. Move to the other side of the gate here. Make our way around. Okay. That looks pretty good. Cool. I'm gonna grab one more thing of black-eyed Susans. Be right back. All right, got my next set of black-eyed Susans here. Just kind of make our way down the path here as we continue on. So let me work on clearing some of this up. Get my subscribe guy here. There we go. This right here. Oh no. Subscriber down. There you go. I think that'll work. Cool. All right. Let's get this guy's here. I've got one more. So I got another marigold here, a couple of marigolds I'm going to pop over here. Try to do some cleanup here, and then that'll take care of my, and a couple more black-eyed Susans here. Get them going. Come here, friend. Let's get after this. Now, one of the annoying things when you put this type of fence up, though, is that you get the weeds that grow on. Like, this is literally growing between the post and the fence here. And if this wasn't in my garden, it would get a spray of something that would make it very sad. But since it's at my garden, it's not getting a spray. So I basically just kind of have to keep picking at it until I can finally get all the roots out. You know, it's the way crabgrass grows, you know what I mean? But this is what we're after while we're here. Ripping up as much of this crabgrass as I can. Because Lord knows this stuff really loves hanging out with me. And I say, and once we get this done, I'm going to have, get some more wood chips down on all this week, which will be good for it. Like I say, we always keep everything covered. Always keep the soil covered around this joint. But yeah, no, this is great. I'm telling you, this has been one of the best springs in Michigan I can remember in a long time. We've had some severe storms come through. We did have some tornadoes south of us that caused some pretty significant damage in a couple spots. It was mostly isolated, though. But still, when you look at it holistically, this has been a phenomenal spring for us. And the fact that I'm out here right now, contemplating about getting my corn started next week in the middle of May, that's crazy talk. Normally, I'm not doing that until after Memorial Day. But we're going to be out this year doing it. Everything in the long-range forecast says we're free and clear. So I'm going to, and it's proven, and every time that they've had on the forecast has been that, looked like it was going to be cold, or, the cold was going to return a little bit. It didn't happen. It came in warmer than what they expected. So I will take that. Even this morning, there was a little concern it was going to be too cold, but it was pretty nice out. It was, there we go. I think it was down to 37 is what my thermometer was reading this morning, which is fine. The tomatoes can be a little chilly. Ain't gonna hurt them none. Tomatoes and my lettuce, they were loving it. The lettuce and the brassicas, they were loving it. Every bit of that cool weather. They'll take it all day. So no concerns on theirs. All right, so let's get this next bit in here. It's black-eyed Susans. Try to rip out as many of these guys while we're here as I can. Look at this little itty bitty guy here. I'll pop him in next to this one. Give him a shot. Give him a shot at living. Not much of a shot, but we'll see how he does. Okay. All right. That's the last of those. Now I got some more black-eyed Susans going in here. Again, welcome to the stream, everybody. It's good to see y'all stopping by. Thanks for swinging by. If you haven't been here before, my name is Ryan Howe. I come on the stream on shorts. You can see me if you do subscribe, which I hope are in your subscription today. I'll show up. I'll show up on your feed. But yeah, we're out here live basically all the time. To be honest. So if you like watching a dude garden, do yard work, different things in the yard, I got some outdoor building projects actually that I'm going to be working on. We got a farm stand I need to build to to put my vegetables out for my neighbors and stuff. That's going to be on the stream here coming up soon. So yeah, it says you like stuff like that. You're more than welcome. Obviously, we'd love to have you here anyways. But yeah, please consider subscribing. And then if you do subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified when I go live, so you can come hang out on the stream with us. So we can talk gardening and all stuff, yard work and stuff, everything. Like a couple days ago, 2 days ago, we're out working at my putting tomatoes in. I was trellising all my tomatoes. So that was fun. That was that's a good news story getting that started. That's all I can really say. Let's pull these back a little bit here. You guys got a bit too intrusive. So you guys right here. That. There we go. That looks better. A lot better once I have my mulch on top of here. It'll look markedly better, but for now that'll do. Okay, so anyways, we were trellising tomatoes and chatting about different types of tomatoes that we like and stuff. It was a good time. Also, just trying to learn how everybody else is doing their stuff. I say, just because it works for me, this goes for pretty much everything in life. Just because something works for me or doesn't work for me doesn't mean that it wouldn't work for you or that it will work for you, right? That's a big part of what life is all about too. We talk about that quite a bit. Just don't be afraid. If you like what you do, keep doing what you do. Don't worry about it. Do your thing. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, and if you're gardening, you're typically not hurting anybody. Do your thing. But don't be worried about trying something new though, because you'll be amazed at sometimes the awesomeness that comes with just trying something different. And I've got a lot of folks on the stream here. They make recommendations to me. Some of them are off color because I do have some funny folks that show up on my stream from time to time. But make recommendations of things I should be considering. Take that advice seriously. Because, like I said, if I did things the way I did 10 years ago, I would not have all the garden success that I currently do. I need to learn. I got this really interesting looking plant that germinated here. It's one of my wildflowers. Trying not to, if I'm being extra careful here, trying not to pull it out. I do want to get these grasses around it so it can grow. There we go. Okay, so there's that. These guys are going too, oh my goodness, I got these wildflowers going crazy on this side. Love it. Okay, these grasses up. They're in the way. They're causing problems. Good Lord. Okay. Anywho. Yeah, I was, I still, and actually this week too, I got to figure out where I'm going to put my lavender plants. Still don't know what I'm going to do with them. My wife got them for me, but I'm probably going to end up having to put them in planters. I don't really like doing that to them. I'd rather have them in the ground somewhere, but I just don't know where. I don't have a lot of space where it makes sense to put those plants. So that's got to get figured out. I'm going to leave that space open. That's just what we're going to do. Made that decision. Okay. All right. So let me take care of, move you guys just a little bit here. I've got some little cleanup I got to do here while I'm getting these last two black-eyed Susans in here before I move on to my next box of them. A little bit of cleanup. The grass decided to spread just a little bit. I got a few spots coming up of grass that are just need to be picked up and tossed out, which is funny because if you watched this week's video on my decompactor video that I put out, or the lawn aerator. I've got this little decompactor thing from lawn aerator from Amazon. Cute little thing, love it. Looks like a little pogo stick. But where I'm pulling the grass from here, it's literally right next to the spot where all my dead grass, where grass wouldn't grow. Go figure, right? Right next to where I don't want it to grow, I've got all sorts of grass growing. Just the way it is sometimes. So today's really just about clearing some of this out too. That's good roots right there, boys. But you gotta go. Oh no, my dandelions moved in again. I mean, it's pretty much impossible this time of year to stay in front of the dandelions. None of my neighbors put down any pre-emergent or anything. So it is all dandelions all the time. I'm gonna go grab a couple more marigolds here. Whew. I say right now, it's probably a solid, easily 95 in my greenhouse right now. I don't have the thermometer outside because I'm not as concerned outside. I have the thermometer, the reader is inside, you know, because that's where I need to be notified of stuff, right? I'll pull some of these back here. Not too much though. There you go. Or this whole thing's got to come out. Look at that, one shot. Could have done that better if I planned it. Or do a better job edging this, I think. So I need a marigold over here. Have some guys right here. But yeah, this is one of those things, man. It's just what a good day. Nice day out. Yeah. Doesn't seem a little bit too close for me. Let's move this guy over a little bit. This closer to where I want. There we go. Again, I don't necessarily have a plan on these, but the spacing, I want to make sure I leave enough room to grow for my these black-eyed Susans when I pop them in. There we go. 1, 2, 3. I think I can probably get a couple more in here. Yeah, because I got a hole, basically one left over for my spot here. So anyways, these are the black-eyed Susans. Where my mom pulled these all out of her yard, or out of her garden. She was overrun with them. Sent them over to me. Said, Ryan, find a spot in your garden for them. So what we do is we found a spot around my garden. I compromised. Somebody got cut in half. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. That just has to happen sometimes. Just has to happen. You'll be all right. Get some water on you here in a little bit and you'll be just fine. That's one thing I definitely too with these plants. Some of my plants are so dramatic. Just, oh no, what am I gonna do? That's why we transplant in the afternoon when it's getting closer to, you know, we don't transplant in the morning. That's like rule number 1 for us. All of our, anytime we transplant, it is always in the afternoon, basically after 1 or 2 o'clock. You know, this is a stress on the plants, obviously. We're trying to be, you know, not trying to be a jerk about it or anything. You know, I know it's stressful for them. I also don't want to lose any plants unnecessarily, you know. And big thing is, but if you're ever having trouble with your transplants, like surviving, taking place, if you can, I mean, if they're going in the garden, there's not much you can do about that. But if you're transplanting into like containers, put them inside a very dark place. If you got a closet, you can just stick them in. You know, just as soon as you can, get them away from sunshine. Just let it be dark. The chances of a successful transplant go up dramatically if you're able to do that. Find a nice dark spot for them. I don't know what it is. I know there's some sort of science behind it. Never really looked into it. Somebody out there wants to, by all means do. but it definitely will help. So again, welcome to the stream, everybody. Love is just the constant popping in and out of people, just like, hey, what's going on here? And it's good to see everyone. We are currently a little over halfway, we're about probably 60% done with getting marigolds and black-eyed Susans down along this area here, where you can see, and then on my other side of my garden as well, I've got them. So we got a group of them coming in here. Then I'm going to do a whole bunch of flowers in the south-facing side of my property as well too, or my garden enclosure, which is going to be, you know, facing towards the road. Gotta make it look good for the neighbors that are coming by being nosy. You know what I mean? They're going to come by and snoop on what's happening, which they do. Which I love my neighbors. They come by and they're always asking, you know, what's going on, what's Ryan up to. And then they go in the actual garden. And today, those just joining and seeing these, what we're doing, these are black-eyed Susans that my mom pulled out of her yard. She's got a bunch of them, tons of them. And what we're doing is basically transplanting them. Not basically, we are transplanting them. That's what's happening. And so that's the plan here. We're just kind of going through and dropping them in here. I've got a whole bunch of like wildflower seeds in here too that are germinating. So we're just going to have a whole mess of color explosion stuff going on over here this year. Again, this is the west side of my, this is the west side of my garden enclosure. So coming along here, we're getting ready to get over to where my tomatoes are at, just up here. So you hang out for a little bit, you know, a few more minutes. You get to see my tomato trellises and where my tomato, good Lord, tomato. Get to see those. So, which is, you know, it's just always a good time, you know. Oh my goodness, I got to cut these way down. Look at that. A lot of this also, as I'm doing this, is just a little surgery to try to make this a little more manageable for me, because I gotta get these guys. Holy crap! This is why, by the way, she is thinning them out to me. Hey, look how thick that is with them. That's crazy, so crazy. So I'm gonna get them in this year, and then I'll be thinning them out next year and loosen that up more. All right. So with this, we're talking one of the things that we always do, and we're always checking, and I haven't been talking about it as we've been going, but it's true. We are looking and always evaluating how basically the soil is around where we're transplanting. Is it compacted or not? You know, compaction is, as I mentioned, is one of my biggest concerns that I have right now. I'm talking to everybody about on these streams. It's like the number one way you can improve the overall quality. Oops. The overall quality of your garden and your yard, but if anywhere you're worrying about plants growing, is take care of the compaction, any compaction issues that you have. And just get these guys out of here. You know, in your garden space. You know, in a perfect, and I say right here, I don't have that. You're going to see what you should be able to do is just push. Actually, that's pretty good. You should be able to push it down like it's nothing. Like it should just go straight down without any sort of issue. If you don't have that, spend some time working your soil before you put anything in. It's extremely important for the long-term health of your. Look at those crabgrass. Good Lord. It's going to be extremely important for the long-term health of your soil. Make sure that it's not compacted. You want loose soil. Loose soil, but you want stuff growing in it or covered. Because loose soil also has a tendency to like blow away, right? This is what I'm dealing with, folks. Look at that. Ugh. It's vicious. Crabgrass is just vicious once it sets up shop. So bad. Like right now, you know, obviously coming in here completely messing with the soil here is not high on my list of things to do, but I've got to get this stuff out of there. It's only just going to make things worse. With that, anyways, but it's not the crabgrass's fault. It was doing its job. It's what it's designed to do, So we're going to cut this guy up too. And again, just so you guys can see underneath here, this is the back end. You can see where they've got the bulbs are sitting at, and they live just below the surface for this type of plant. We're just going to come in here and separate some off. There we go. Just get them in there. And like I said, we're going to come out tonight, a little bit later. Everyone's going to get hit with the hose. And we're going to add an obscene, that's an official term, an obscene amount of water to all of them. Because that is the official amount of water that I recommend whenever you're doing transplants. Now here, since we're up, so you can see my tomato trellises right here. And they go all the way over right here. And I've got, here, probably better view here. So I got some of my 60 days are in there already. They're doing pretty well. And I've got some smaller bubbas over there. Everyone's going to be getting a drink tonight. Everybody got a bunch of water yesterday, for sure. We got a lot of rain, a lot of, misty, kind of a yuck day. All right. But yeah, everyone's going to be getting the hose today. It's probably going to be 25 minutes worth of watering today, just to make sure everybody's got enough to be happy. Break those down. Pop this guy just in, just like that. Cool. So anyways, yeah, and it's definitely camper season too. So we went, saying earlier today, I took the wife out. We just went down to the town south of us, Muskegon, and I was counting the campers as we were coming back, as we were going down and coming up, and I stopped at like 60. Where it's that time of year again where everybody is moving on a weekend, they're moving their campers up here, kind of getting them set wherever their campground is going to be at. Then they head home. So when they want to for Memorial Day, they're not wasting, I don't want to say wasting, but they can get right down to camping and living their best life when they get here for Memorial Day weekend. So it was tons of them, tons and tons. And then next weekend, so it's funny seeing that. But then next week in Baldwin, which is a town to my east, they have their Blessing of the Bikes, which is a huge event here. Basically, bikes from all around Michigan, even around the country, they come out here for this event, out to the campgrounds there. And there's a big old cross out in the woods. It's that they have out in Baldwin. And people come and they get their motorcycles blessed. All of them, got a priest come out and they just do it for hours. I think they got lots of priests. They just come and just kind of get your bike blessed. We do the same thing in Ludington, which is to my west, for boats. We have a Blessing of the Boats as well, which is a big event, big old event in the community. We have a pretty vibrant boating community in Ludington. Lots of the folks who live in, obviously live in the area. They're they're fishermen. They're out there constantly. But we have a lot of people just on the lake, in Lake Michigan here. And they just come up from Chicago. They'll come around from Detroit. Like they'll go all the way around Michigan to the tip of the Lower Peninsula, underneath the bridge, and then make our way down to Ludington to hang out, which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool life if you got the ability to do that. So I definitely like that for them. So anyway, we got people come from all over, just get their boats blessed, make sure they have a safe season. So that's happening in a couple weeks as well. One of my clients, it's a credit union, sponsors it. We've been talking about that and make sure that goes off well too. Any guys who don't know, so there may be a few of you who are on the stream saying, "Hey, aren't you the dude that does the the morning business report?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am. I am that guy." So don't be surprised if you subscribe, which I hope I've earned your subscription today. You know, you had a good time on here. Gonna come out and hang out some more. Don't be surprised if I show up on your channel with small business news, and you see me on there as well. It's a little morning live program that I do where I share the business, some of the business stuff that I talk to my clients with, some of the articles I send them. I have a service, plus I have a whole bunch of feeds that I follow, and I just pertinent parts about small business or what's going on in the business world that would be helpful to small businesses. I come on and I just talk about it on my channel. It's it's live, so it is there in case anybody wants to stop in and just be like, hey man, I got a question about X. Maybe have some business questions or whatever, which I'm always more than happy to help people with. So anyways, don't be surprised if you're there for that, you see that, yeah, I'm that guy too. But this, obviously here, I have a lot of fun doing this. I have fun with my clients as well, don't get me wrong. But man, this stuff's just enjoyable, being out here getting my hands in some dirt and talking with y'all about gardening stuff. Oh, come on. There we go. Stupid crabgrass. Thinking about getting some shirts made up. It just, for the channel that, basically says, crabgrass slayer or something like that. Some we can all wear. It would just be like, yep, I'm in that crew, because good Lord, do we hate crabgrass around here. Oh, here we go. Come on, buddy. This guy, if this one makes it, I'll be surprised. He's pretty beat up. But I've seen plants in much worse condition fare much better than this. So if I can put this guy right there. I got this half of a box left of a milk crate. And then I have a whole nother double milk crate of these, which will be around my south side, which we'll be turning the corner here pretty soon, folks. So you can see we've made some good distance here. It's about 30. No, here's 42 feet. So there you go, 42 feet. How quick I did that math, huh? Public school education, folks. Right there. Well, public school education, I watched Nova a lot growing up. It's one of the things I actually talked to folks about too. So when I was in prior life, prior to this, before I moved back here, I was the director of business operations for a chain of gourmet donut shops in Maine called the Holy Donut. And I loved working there, good folks and everything. It was time for me to leave because we were moving back here. We wanted to move back here, so it was time to go. However, my time there was awesome because I got to, we had WGBH out of Boston, the PBS station there, want to do basically something on the donut shop. So we had interviews and stuff, and they came through, talked with me as kind of the talking head at the time for the company on stuff. It was just pretty cool because when I grew up here in Michigan, we're in rural Michigan, tiny little village. We didn't have anything here, just farm and forest and lakes, and that was our education. But I had PBS. It came out of the Central Michigan University that way, about 70 miles. So we get it on the over air, and I grew up watching Nova on WGBH Boston. We grew up watching. And I just remember how much I just was fascinated by. I'm a science guy. It's one of the reasons I like doing this stuff too. But I just remember, man, this is so cool that I get to learn about all these things that I just want to know about, and it's there. Obviously, this is pre-internet time, and I just grew up. So the fact that when I was with this donut place, that due to proximity, they're in Portland, Maine. Boston's right down there, so it was a good piece for in Maine. About in New England and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, but to be working with those folks who I just thought it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I got another friend. She does, who I met through working with the donut places. These are black-eyed Susans that we have here from my mom's place. We're just kind of getting them in place here. Another thing we had was friend that I made through working at the donut shop. She was a freelance author, does articles and stuff. Oh, that one's no good. Did some travel pieces and stuff. So she came through the donut shops and stuff. Anyways, got to be friends with her. We've stayed in contact over the years, and she reached out to me, because I had talked about it. I knew about Rick Steves and his Rick Steves Europe travel. Right, he's got that travel program, and because apparently people in Europe are confused why Americans are so fascinated with Rick Steves. So I had to educate her. He's basically the Bob Ross of travel. Nobody ever watches the Rick Steve things. So, by the way, so this is my wild garlic and onion. I just had to pull up. It's in the way. So you can just see it here. I love these guys. They grow everywhere. And I have some that are in my garden right now. So anytime I ever need onion, I can just run out here. Oh man, that's so good. Oh, that's good stuff. But anytime I need onion, I can literally just run out here and just grab it. They're always available. So anyways, Rick Steves, that was pretty cool. Like just to be able to, and Rick, through his social media after the article went out, because she tagged me in it, as the person that she talked with, and mentioned, again, it's too, because I'm rural, right? And that's the other thing that, people forget about with public broadcasting. People want, there's all those people that want to defund, like PBS. We shouldn't be doing it. I mean, I almost consider it almost like a utility, or like, not a utility, but, a public work, like having a library around in these rural areas like this, because, for me, it was a window into a world that I was not going to be able, I wasn't going to be able to see. I couldn't see because of, at the time, this is pre-broadband. I set up the internet access for half the town when I was a kid here. When we finally got dial-up, we didn't have it in my house. My parents couldn't afford it. So that's really why I did it. So I could go on other people's, I'd be over on their computer surfing the net. This is my one thing. They'd pay me for it. And be like, hey, is it okay if I come by and do some schoolwork on it? They'd be like, of course. But I look at that, it's almost like a utility, PBS. And it's a PBS for, I'm not talking about like the PBS NewsHour and stuff like that, where you can have arguments about that. About arguments where they lean politically. More so on things like Nova, the Frontline, different news things that they have, the education pieces. This old house, right? Home Time was on there too. All these different things that just give education that nobody else got. So anyways, enough of that topic. Gonna get back over here to this. So we've made a lot of headway here, folks. I got one more thing of black-eyed Susans I got to do. And then, yeah, I think that's going to be it. We'll see. Oh, no, I still got my zinnias. Yep, that's right. Whew. All right, let me get this set up here, folks. Got to get my next set rolling here. Ooh. Ooh. Old man. Old man lifting heavy things. All right, see my trowel. And we're at over here. So again, you can just see, I was checking it out, of this little statue we got here. The bird there. Again, these are my tomato trellises. Got my maters going there. Got my little guys here all set up. There's my thyme plant. Peas are up and doing their thing. Got my second set. It's kind of coming up. I'm kind of underwhelmed by how many came up there. As we mentioned before, my lettuce, radishes. I got some little carrots coming in down here. Can't see them down there. And then my brassicas towards the end, and there's some more right there. So all things considered, doing pretty good here. Okay. Some here, there. A few more to work through here, folks. Just kind of keep it going. All right, so again, these are the black-eyed Susans we're putting in. Look pretty good. We're gonna split these ones up. The stone in my boot. Go figure. Nope. There it goes. What was that? So much of a stone. What was that? No idea. Oh, not sure what that was. Okay, anyways, it's out of there now. Sorry for that exciting exchange here. Let's get this guy going here. Get a couple sets of them in here. Split this guy up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, oh man, it's pretty dry out here. I'm gonna have to soak the bejesus out of these guys tonight. Make sure that they're good. This side's fine, it's just this front area. It's a little rough. That's okay. Nothing that an obscene amount of water won't fix. So anyways, hey, welcome to the stream, everybody. Man, you guys have been filtering in all day today. It's been nice. Good to see you guys. Good to see everybody swinging by. It's kind of a chill day today. Making our way around, just putting some flowers in. That's it. No stress, no nothing. That guy's done. Yeah, we are not stressing at all about anything today. One more. Yeah, let's do these. Yeah, no stress Sunday. That's what we're all about. No stress Sunday. I wish someone would tell the wind to stop, though. Like, this stuff is just stupid right now. Just dumb. You hear me? Hear me, wind? You're stupid. Enough of you. All right. Okay. All right. Continue. Oh boy, that is a lot of weight. Especially when you're just lifting with your arms and your shoulder. Can't use your legs. We're gonna pack this thing full. Right. Let's see what we get here. All right, what's that one? And we are making exceptional time here. If I have any extras of these, which I think I will, maybe not. I think I'm going to load these up. I'm going to go back and look for any bare spots. Actually, no, I think what I am going to do is, if I have any extras, they're going to go on the side of the house, just over here in one area. I got this like little dead spot where I want to put something at to try to clear it out a little, make it bring some color in. Or, you know, it's a transition area, more is what I'm trying to say. Guys from there. Okay, welcome. Good to see everybody. We are continuing our. Ooh, hello there, wind. Woo. Continuing to get our black-eyed Susans into the ground. Load them up as much as we can here. Try not to be obnoxious about it, but try to get a bunch in the ground. There we go. This is desperately in need of some water over here, that's for sure. Boy, this dried out so quick. That's interesting. That's a topic of conversation, I think. Try to figure out why this section here is drying out faster than the other sections of my garden. This should be getting it just as much, if not more water, more rain. Huh. Oh, it could. Oh, actually, I know why. Because I went through and actually worked the ground on this the other day. We did it on stream here, so unlike the other areas where I haven't necessarily beaten up as much, yeah, the cover wasn't quite as messed up as much as I did here. That. Oof, wind. You kicking today, boy? So anyways, man, these guys look so good too. Nice and healthy. I don't think these are. So we're gonna get these in here. What did I pull out of there? That's just. All right, let's see, what do we got next here? Little bigger chunks for a couple of these in here. So okay, look at those pretty long. Let's pop it right here. There we go. There we go. Another one. I was mentioning earlier too on the stream, got all my what are they? Tomatoes from last year. All the seeds have all started germinating. An area where I don't want tomatoes growing this year. They don't get enough light. They're hella undersized. I don't want that. I do think I might move I have one plant I think I am going to move. I like where it is. Ugh. In my front yard, I got to move it a little bit. All right. I'll tell you one thing. This is interesting too with YouTube and they're live as far as the vertical streams like this. Definitely it's much more popular overseas, like, outside of the United States than how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can make that work for that. Okay. It's much more popular as far as these vertical live streams outside of the U.S. than it is inside the U.S. It's interesting to see, but I don't know. I just like coming on here because I get a chance to talk with cool folks, cool people like yourselves, that maybe have an interest in gardening, maybe gardeners. I don't know. Maybe I just popped up in your stream for reasons. We don't know. But I say right now, folks, we're just getting these black-eyed Susans in here that my mom dug up from her yard. We are just getting them in the ground. That is the extent of what we're after today. Nothing too crazy. Nothing out of sorts. We're just packing this place full of black-eyed Susans, marigolds. I'm going to get some zinnias and chliomes in the ground too. see how they do. I have no idea how they'll do. We're just going to have a bunch of color in the grass, a bunch of color on the property this year. That's our number one goal. Lots of flowers. Lots and lots. Oh, actually, no, I got just enough to get me through here. Whew. Cool. And we want lots of flowers this year. Everywhere I can put them, we're putting flowers. There's not going to be a loss. I have to worry about anybody not having enough flowers around here. I can tell you that much. Hey, worry. Really? Okay. Yeah, so we're just kind of finishing off towards the end here. These. And then these. Yep, I gotta have to get around here. Okay, so we're just going around the horn here real quick. Back to where we were. Now we're over here. Just on the other side of where we just ended. How cool is that? Okay. Okay, let's get these guys in. Enough messing around. Let's get them in the ground. Cool. I just got these last 2 sets here. We'll be all set. Well, we have done great work today. All this, and now we just got a little bit more work to do with our zinnia and our chliomes. I'm gonna find a thin spot here. I'll just drop it right here. As a matter of fact, I'll just put it right here. Sorry about my face is all up in your face there. My bad. Okay. That takes care of that. Cool. All right, well, I'm going to run this back. Go get some chliomes. All right, so we're back. I got my chliomes and I got a few zinnias here that we need to get in the ground. And not sure where I'm going to put them. I think I want them up front here. I have no idea how they're going to do up front here, but we'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's come along for this. Hey, get set up for that, all right? You can see all the work we've already done here so far. Looking pretty good. I'll put this up here. Got this little sign my wife had made for me. That was cute. So I'm gonna make sure I get that out. Love it. Love the fact how she supports me on all these things. Like, I'm like, hey, honey, I'm gonna start having a camera on me while I'm working in the garden and putting flowers out and working on my vegetable garden. You cool with that? And she was like, go do your thing, Ryan. So that's always nice to hear. All right, so we got our zinnias here. Yeah, I got like 2-to-1 cleome to zinnias here, so I'm not sure if these guys are going to grow up in sections or any of this stuff. So this is really first time with me on the chliomes and the zinnias. I'm just going to kind of pack them in here and see what happens. I think I'm going to leave the zinnias in the center though. Maybe do just So it's going to be chliomes the whole way, and then I'm probably just going to do center post, this post to that next post, or maybe even just around the center. I don't know. We'll see. So I've got plenty of chliomes to get in here. This was fun. So yeah, my mom, she asked me to start these for us this year. She says she normally starts them from seeds. I'm like, no, I got my greenhouse. Let's just use that. So we did. That's where we're at today. Get them in the ground just like this. Hopefully. So how many total I got? 6. Yeah, 36. All right, 36. And this is 5 foot. Trying to see how close I got to space these things. All right, so this is 25 feet, 36. So basically 1 every 8 inches. Okay, got it. Got it. I can do that. I can do that. That I can do. Cool. And then, like I said, I'm going to do the zinnias when we get closer to where you guys are at. Put these chliomes in here again. I don't even remember what the heck these things even look like. You know, sorry, I'm just getting blown away by the wind right now. My mom only wanted a few. Like, she took like half a tray, but I didn't know how well they were going to germinate. I just wasn't sure how well they were going to germinate. So I just kind of went nuts and I did a full tray of them. So 72. So she took some. She's going to use all of them, she said. So I'm going to have more that are going to show up. I'll place somewhere. I'll find room for them. There's going to be no... we will have room for all of our flowers this year. That will happen. We're not going to have anybody go without. This one on this side. I mean, seriously, worst case scenario, I got too many flowers planted. Holy crap, man. Excuse me. Ooh. Good Lord. Sorry about that, folks. Man, I just got straight blown away. Yeah, that was not okay. Man, that was rough. Okay. So anywho, as we were before, we're so rudely interrupted by the storm here of just basically a ton of... And it's weird too, like the wind should, if it was like a sea breeze or something, if this was because of how much sun is coming up, that'd be one thing. But it'd be blowing the other direction. You know what I mean? I don't know, it's just weird. I'm gonna stop being weird about it. Just understand that we got some wind blowing. Okay. Okay. Let's load up. So this guy here, get chliomes, but now we're gonna start putting in our zinnias too. Which I have no idea how big zinnias get. Anybody got any idea how big zinnias get? I'm not sure. Even if I plant them wrong, I can always cut them down. Not like it's a problem. Let's get one more chliomes. One more chliomes on this side. Here. Let's start with our zinnias. I'm assuming these zinnias branch off at some point, right? Right? I'm assuming zinnias do. They've got to. Got one. Yeah, we're just going to put these guys kind of in wherever. I got enough where I can do. So this is 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so one every basically foot. So Now last year, we had in this area, because of my bird feeders, I put them out here during the summer. So the birds, I want all the birds out here by my garden. I don't want them hanging out by the house too much. So we put them all out here. Well, these turds came and they were busy being pigs, eating, doing their thing, eating the food like they should. But they were spreading the seeds all over the place here. And I said I had sorghum growing. I had a whole bunch of sunflowers growing. It was its own little. Good Lord, come on, stop being dumb. That's just as when it's kicking my butt. Just how much stuff we had. I was just happy to have the birds out here and want them used to coming around here, so they can come after my, my trouble, basically all the trouble beetles and the wrens too. I've got wrens that moved in. This is the second year. I think they've just decided that they live here now during the summer, which is awesome. So that means they're going to be doing their part as far as this guy right here, taking care of the Japanese beetles and problems that we have. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay. This. I just feel like an old guy today. Feel like an old guy today. Right, because I am an old guy. Right, so let's get this next set in here. Here. I think every 8 inches wasn't right. Or I didn't actually do 8 inches. Some of those are probably closer to a foot. That's probably what it is. Oh well. Oh, that soil is nice and loose, so I'll take that. Nice and compacted. Like I said, I've never planted chliomes before, so this will be an adventure for me for sure. It'd be nice to have these zinnias though, just because they're good for cut flowers. That I do know. I just don't know where in the flower hierarchy they're supposed to go. Woo! Okay, wind. Made your point. Heard you loud and clear, buddy. You know you want to blow. Got it. Oh. So I got my house sparrow buddy. He's not happy with there he is. I was saying I heard my house sparrow. I got a house sparrow comes around every time that I'm out here working. And usually comes and has a snack, but normally I'm inside the garden. Today I'm outside the garden and he's hollering at me like, hey man, we have an understanding. You can work in your garden as long as you're in your garden and not out by my food. He's over there just hollering at me. You know that I messed up. It's okay though. Probably about dinner time for him. I could use a snack. I get that. I get that. Anyways, just getting all these guys in here so they're going to be good and happy and living their best lives. And we got these chliomes going in pretty well. No real issues with them going in yet, which is a good thing. I have no idea how big they get or whatever, but it's okay. we're gonna just kind of pack them in here and let them do their thing. All right. That's actually, my math worked out on this one, amazingly enough. There's a couple in here. Oh, these guys are done. That's okay though. Like I was saying, this is the other thing too, folks. Again, just remember, we don't worry about stuff here. End of the day, trying to do my best to take care of these plants and help them be healthy. Not really my job to, I mean, I want to do my best, but at the end of the day, they've got to do their part too. And they got to want to grow. They don't want to live, want to do their piece. So I think we're going to be in a good spot here with them. I think we have a nice, successful bit of planting here, but I have no idea, and I have no idea if that's actually going to be the case. The best we can do here, like I said, is plant them and hope they thrive. That's the idea. Plant them and hope they thrive. Okay. Getting towards the end of things here. It's end of the line here. I'm gonna have to go get the hose going here in a little bit. What time is it? 3. Oh, it's 4. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I'm gonna get this done. I gotta start the hose up because I got a whole bunch of watering to do. Whole bunch of watering to do. Where are we at? I'm glad to have this done today. Not quite done yet, but I still got to water everybody down. I got my whole greenhouse. I still got to water. But I wanted to get these black-eyed Susans in because they obviously they were pulled out a couple days ago, and they want to get back in the ground and live here. So I've got these chliomes going in right now. Putting them in here in between the black-eyed Susans, some marigolds, just kind of filling out the back side of the parcel here, the little landscape, so they can do their thing. Then we'll be on to breaking out the hose here. Again, I hope this works out well. I don't know. Like I was saying, I have a feeling these chliomes get kind of big, so from what I remember, they're pretty decent sized. So we'll do one more here. There we go. You're there, good. All right. Well, folks, that gets us for today. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by the stream. It was good to see everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, Monday. Just double check. Yeah, I think so. I should be here around 3 o'clock tomorrow. So with that, take care. Have a great day.